Nithyananda, to all the viewers watching us live from the Pacific Standard Time. It's now 4 a.m. and we'll be beginning with the Nithyananda Yoga, starting with invoking Swamiji's presence. Let's all sit straight with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring your hands to the Namaskar Mudra and close your eyes. Take a moment to visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Let's take a deep breath and chant the Sadguru Mantra. नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Next, we'll be chanting the Shiva Mula mantra Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha 11 times. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Visualize Paramashiva in your inner space. And let's chant the Shiva Mula mantra 11 times internally. I'll be chanting it aloud for us to follow along. Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः 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 ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः. Next, we'll be entering into the Tattvachana, the ritualistic cleansing. Now please take your Panchapatram Mudharani and place it in front of you. Bring your hands into the Gokarna Mudra, bending the index finger to the center of the palm, and drink the water at the end of the mantra. Om Atmatattvam Shodayami Swada. Om Vidyatattvam Shodayami Swada. Om Shivatattvam Shodayami Swada. Now rinse your hands. Now with the base of the right hand thumb, wipe the upper and lower lip from right to left. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Rinse your hands. Next, with the index, middle and ring fingers touch above the upper lip, below the lower lip. Once again, rinse the hands. Next, with the index finger and thumb, touch the right nostril, left nostril. With the ring finger and thumb, touch the right eye, right ear, left ear. Once again, rinse your hands. Next, with the little finger and thumb, touch the navel, right chest, left chest. With all fingertips, touch above the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and heart center. Next, we'll be entering into the Sankalpa, where we set the conscious resolution. Take a moment to close your eyes and visualize what you want to manifest today. What do you want to set as your goal of intention of manifesting today? Now, from that space, you're going to be chanting the Sankalpa mantra as you intensely visualize the manifestation already happening in your inner space. Let's begin. Please bring your right hand on your left hand and both of your hands on your right thigh. Keep your eyes closed and we'll chant the Sankalpa mantra. Mamopaata samasta duritakshayadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Pretyartam Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Pretyartam Cha Adya Purvokta Yevam Guna Visheshena Vishishtayam Asyam Shupatitau पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त दृढगात्रयौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now rinse your hands. Om apaupasprisya. And with that, we have completed the ritualistic part of the Nithyananda Yoga, and let's enter into the asanas for today. Let's just begin with a warm up, quickly just to waking ourselves up before we begin, starting with the neck rotation. As you're performing the neck rotation, we'll just start from one side, just go from the back of the neck from side to side. Don't do a complete rotation. Just go for around 10 times. Feel how your neck is. And let's switch sides. Let's go on the bottom side now. And relax. Next, we'll go to the shoulders. Start rotating your shoulders. Try to touch your elbows together. And go as wide as you can. Let's switch sides. And relax. Next, moving to the arms. Let's start rotating our arms slowly, increasing the speed. And reverse. And relax. Yes. Next, we'll be moving to a back. So we're going to just turn from side to side. Try to push yourself as much as you can to turn to the opposite side and relax. Next, let's move to the hips. Bring your hands to the hips. Just do it nice and wide. And go in the opposite direction. And relax. Next, let's move to the knees. Bring your hands to the knees and you can start rotating your knees. And switch directions. And relax. Move to the ankles. Switch directions. And change sides. Switch directions. And relax. Yes. Next, we'll be moving to the skeleton dance, intensely shaking our body for just a few moments, visualizing ourselves as a complete skeleton structure. Let's all now take a moment to close our eyes and set the visualization of This of us being a skeleton. Now, holding the visualization, you can slowly start moving your body. Begin. Don't have any pattern in the way of moving your body. Just let it be time. Intensely shake your body. Don't have any tiredness, laziness, boredom, no, all of it. Last few moments.
Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasudashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Yes. So today, actually, would like to be I would like to share with all of you that from today we are starting a new series of asanas. The Nithyananda Yoga has now been revised, and there's a new version of the Nithyananda Yoga that we would like to share with all of you. So we're going to be starting from the first asana of the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, which now has 208 asanas instead of 108 asanas, right? So we are going to be going over the next in the next coming weeks. We're going to be going over all the 1008 asanas that are now we are going to be sharing soon the PDF and the downloadable version that you can see and practice at your own pace and study more. But this new sequence has now been revised and updated so all of us can have a much better experience. So, starting with the first asana, which is Sukhasana. So, in Sukhasana, we're going to be sitting in a cross-legged position with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Your hands are going to be in the Bindu Mudra, touching the index and middle fingers. Index and thumb together and keeping the other fingers stretched in front. The pranayama is the Samana Kumbhaka, where you're going to breathe through the nose, and each time you take an exhalation, you are going to visualize intense fire rising from your navel center. The bandha we are performing, this asana, is the Mahamudra bandha, where we are going to perform all the three bandhas together. The Mula bandha, tightening the perineum, Uddiyana bandha, pulling the stomach in and up, and Jalandhara bandha, locking the chin to the chest. Allow your shoulders to soften down, broaden your chest, keep your breath in a steady and calm motion, avoid slouching or forcing the knees downward. The internal visualization we are going to be having is of Bhagavan Paramashiva. Internally visualize Paramashiva in your inner space. The internal japa we are going to be holding is Soham, rotating clockwise around the throat center. The benefit of this asana is that it supports the spinal alignment and it helps us come into a steady breath and helps us to engage the hip flexibility and brings awareness and balance, stillness in our inner space. This is Sukhasana. Now be chanting the Shastra Pramana. Tatsukasanamityuktam ashaktastat samacharet asanam vijitam yena jitam tena jagatrayam. We now move to the next asana, which is Parvatasana. Parvatasana is where we are going to be continuing to sit in the same position And now try to bring your feet onto the opposite sides. Then press your palms together at the chest and then raise the arms above the head and keep your elbows straight. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight hand. Expand your chest and lift it up. Don't hunch your shoulders forward. Push them back. This is Parvatasana. In Parvatasana, the components that we are going to be performing is the Anjali Mudra, which is where our hands are together. The Samana Kumbhaka continues. Continue to perform the Mahamudra Bandha. The Drishti point is going to be straight. Look forward and straight. The Japa continues to be Soham. Avoid straining the hips or locking the shoulders. Lengthen the spine and maintain a steady breath. The visualization we are going to hold is of Mount Kailash. The benefit of this asana is where it strengthens the hips and knees, opens the chest, supports the smooth breath, cultivates a mental focus, and nurtures a paced lotus posture and inner balance. Now we chanting the Shastra Pramana. Atavakshe Mahadeva Parvatasana Mangalam Yatkritva Sthira Rupi Syat Shatchakrati Vilopanam. The next is Pali Pavasana. So in Halipavasana, we are going to be bringing the soles of the feet together with the heel near the perineum. Bring your legs all the way in. Bring your legs all the way in. And now hold your left hand with the right hand behind the back and fold the chest forward, lowering the forehead gently to the floor beyond the toes. Keep the spine elongated, chest and shoulders relaxed. Avoid pressing downward abruptly or rounding the lower back. You want to push your hips forward. So push your hips forward and down, bringing the stomach to the feet, the forehead to the ground. This is Halipavasana. The mudra we are going to be performing is the Shambhavi Mudra, which is the gaze, unclutched gaze. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha. The Drishti is the nose. Bring your gaze to the tip of the nose. The Japa continues to be Soham. The visualization we are going to be holding is of a steady flow, clearing obstacles, weeds for growth. The benefit of this asana is that it enhances the hips, opens it, brings flexibility, supports the elongation of the spine, and brings the steady breath. Now we'll be chanting the Shastra Pramana of the Halipavasana. Purva vidim yatho tam tu janiyad ubhayor padau कृत्य पश्चात् करद्वयं गृहीत्वा तु दक्षिणं करं वामे स्थापयेत् करतलयो पृष्ठभागे यत्किञ्चित् अंशैः सहितं भूमौ धारयेत् पुनर्ललाटं भूमिपृष्ठे स्थापयेत् पादाग्रयोः मध्ये आनयेत्. Now move to the next asana, which is Nagi Pavasana, the serpent breath pose. So the instructions for this asana is where we are going to be seated with our soles together in front, the heels near the perineum. So in the current seated position only, we are going to be sitting. Stretch the hands out in front of you on the ground, reaching as far as you can. Cup the palms into a hollow. Cup the palms into a hollow and bring the forehead to the ground. Keep the spine elongated, chest and shoulders relaxed. Avoid pressing down abruptly or rounding the lower back. So slowly walk your hands forward, pull yourself forward all the way, bringing the forehead to the ground. And as you go forward, make sure you're not lifting the hips off the ground. The feet have to be as close to the perineum as possible. Bring the legs all the way in. The mudra we are going to be performing is Shambhavi Mudra. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha. The drishti is the tip of the nose, gaze at the tip of the nose, japa is soham, and visualize a silent serpent coiled with vigilant awareness. Support the hip. This asana supports the hip and groin flexibility, maintains spinal length, and relaxes the shoulder. Now be chanting the Shastra Pramana. Purvavidim yatoktam tu janiyad ubhayor padau samputikritya paschatau karadvayam gritva tu dakshinam karam vame samstapayet karatalayo prishtivage yatkinchit अंशैः संहितं भूमौ धारयेत् पुनर्ललाटं भूमिं पृषेत् स्थाप्य पादाग्रयोर्मध्ये आनयेत्. Now move to the next asana, which is Kokilasana, which is the cuckoo pose. So now in Kokilasana, we are going to stretch our legs first in front of us. Stretch your legs in front of you. Gently hold the big toes. So you can slightly bend your knees if you need. Hold your big toes with the index and middle fingers and extend the legs straight out. Then lift the legs fully up. Okay? So you're going to stretch the legs fully out, and now you're going to raise the legs up into the air. Okay? And then cross the ankles, folding the legs into the Padmasana, the lotus pose. If you're not able to perform the Padmasana, Then at least perform the Ardha Padmasana, where one leg is on top and the other leg is in the bottom. Let's give it a try now. Stretch your legs and cross your legs into Padmasana. Lean the torso forward and gradually lower down onto the supported elbows. So placing your elbows on the ground. Lengthen the spine, keep the chest steady, pushed forward. The breath is smooth and calm. Avoid collapsing forward or putting intense strain on the lower back. This is Kokilasana. The components are going to be the Prana Mudra, holding the big toe with the index and middle fingers. The pranayama continues to be Samana Kumbhaka. The breath is the Mahamudra Bandha. The gaze is straight forward. The japa is Soham. Visualize a cuckoo bird radiating clarity, purity, uplifting presence. The benefit of this asana is that it strengthens the hips and ankles, promotes the hamstring and spine elongation. This is Kokilasana. Now be chanting the Shastra Pramana. Athanyadasanam vakshe yena siddho bhave naraha akasmad vayu sancharam kokilakyasanena cha ऊर्ध्वे हस्तद्वयं कृत्वा तदग्रे पादयोः वृद्धाङ्गुष्ठद्वयं नाथ शनैः प्रकारयेत्. Now move to the next asana, which is Nithyananda. So in Nithyananda, which is the cleansing pose, we are going to start in a seated position and place the knees one on top of the other. Stack the knees one on top of the other and cross your arms, grasping onto the elbows gently in front. Rotate your arms slowly in a circular position, bringing the forearms above the head and elongating the shoulders each time. Maintain the upright chest with the spine tall and remain calm and aligned. So you're going to raise your hands all the way up each time and bring them down. Then you can switch directions also, going in the opposite side as well. The components for this asana are the Shambhavi Mudra, gazing unclutched in front. The pranayama is the Samana Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha, gaze at the tip of the nose, that is the Drishti. Japa is Soham, and the visualization is visualize the purifying prana flowing through your entire body. This asana helps enhance the spinal alignment and chest openness, supporting a smooth arm rotation, encouraging gentle breath rhythm. This is Nithyananda. Goda bhama padaki amsamahili soya datsharanako varlau taparigulpa samoya vama padko mahilau baharo gulpajujana tapari goda dachiki amsavara netanam. Now we move to the next asana, which is Gajasana, the elephant pose. So in Gajasana, we are going to be starting in a plank position. So you can come onto your knees and hands, bring your feet behind and push your heels onto the ground. Now, keeping your shoulders firm and chest steady, lift the hips up and shift your weight onto the heels. In a controlled motion, scoop your chest low and bring your nose down towards the ground. Continue the flow of your body upward and back to the starting position. So this is Gajasana. The components along with this asana are the Shambhavi Mudra, gazing forward, Samana Kumbhaka, Udhyana Bandha, pull the stomach in and up, perform the drishti is straight, the japa is soham, visualize a mighty elephant. This asana builds the upper body and core strength and promotes a controlled, smooth flow supporting the spine and hip flexibility. We chanting the Shastra Pramanana. Nujjam padagre bhumau kritva lambibhuya mastakaghre nidaya nitambham urdhamunnamaya nabhilaksham bhumau nasika maniya hastatara parayantam nayet ittam punah punah kuryat gajasanam bhavati. Relax and now continue to stay in the same position as we now move into the next asana, which is Rikshasana, the bear pose. So in Rikshasana, we are continuing to be in the same V shape, pressing the palms down, alternate pressing each heel down and raising the opposite heel at the same time. So the shoulders remain open, spine is long, and keep your breath stable. The components along with this asana are going to be the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, continue to perform the Udyana Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up. The drishti is straight, japa is soham, visualize a grounded bear radiating courage. This asana strengthens the shoulders, arm, waist, legs and stretches the calf and hamstrings. Let's perform Rikshasana. Ekaikam padamakuncha gajasanam kuryat Rikshaasanam bhavati. And we now move to the next asana, which is Vaishyasana. So in Vaishyasana, we are going to stand up and in the tall standing position, we are going to raise up onto the toes, bringing the balance onto the tip of the big toe, while the other toes are lifted off the ground. Place the middle, index and ring fingers upon the center of the chest and keep the spine lengthened, shoulders back and relax. The components along with this asana is going to be the Hridaya Mudra, which is touching the index, middle and ring fingers to the center of the palm. The pranayama continues to be Samana Kumbhaka, performing Udyana Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up. The drishti is forward. The drishti gaze is forward. The japa soham. Visualize a Vaishya, a merchant, cultivating prosperity. This asana improves the balance and posture in the feet. Now we chanting the Shastra Pramana. Keshena pada yugalam tadvatishte tado mukaha atavaishya vakshe yatkritva satyaman bhavet. Now moving to the next, which is the Urdhva Janu Karana, the upward knee lifting movement. So in Urdhva Janu Karana, the first step we are going to be doing is entering into the Araimandi position. So bring the heels together and slightly squat down. Bring your hands to the chest. Now we are going to take one hand and one leg, bring the leg inside the chest and bring it back outside. So bring the knee up towards the chest, inside the body and bring it to the other side. Let's repeat this a few times. Focus on opening the hips and relax. The next asana we are moving into is Balalingasana, the child embrace pose. So in this asana we are standing tall with the shoulders back. Draw one knee upward, hugging it gently towards the chest with the fingers interlaced around the shin. Keep your spine straight and chest up and gaze steady. Don't lean the torso backwards or off balance. The components along with this asana is going to be the Sarvava Shankari Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, and the bandha is Mahamudra bandha. The Drishti gaze is forward. The japa Soham. The visualization we are going to hold is nurturing embrace with unconditional love of a mother. So the benefits of this asana is that it increases the glute and hamstring flexibility along with knee stability and balance. Now be chanting the Shastra Pramana. Ekam janu urasiyalingya statavyam bhalalinganam bhavati. And pull your heel back. Keep the knees close to the other. Hips and chest gently pressed forward. Maintain your balance. This is the Padapidanasana. The components along with this asana are Parashimudra, which is holding the right hand with the left hand. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Mahamudra bandha. The drishti is forward. Japa Soham. The visualization is going to be where you're rooted stance, embodying the stability, strength, and resilience. This asana enhances the quadricep flexibility and the thigh strength along with the knee stability and balance. This is Padapidanasana. स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टये तनुं पृष्ठे संस्थापयत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्. We now move to the next asana, which is Natarajasana. So in Natarajasana, we are going to be standing with the shoulders open. Bend one leg and pull. Bend one leg and your foot backward. Grasp the sole firmly with the hands from the inside. And then as you pull your foot backward and up, simultaneously engage the hip and drive the foot higher. Keep the opposite foot straight and extended, and the hand forward with the index and thumb touching. Tilt your shoulders and chest down while you keep your chest raised. Maintain the focus and gaze balance as you stretch the legs. Nithyananda, sorry for the technical glitch. Continuing with Natarajasana. Let's enter into Natarajasana. Bring your hands into the Bindu Mudra, performing the Mula Bandha, tightening the perineal muscle. The Drishti gaze is forward. The japa continues to be Soham. Visualize Nataraja dancing in your inner space. This asana builds balance, coordination, strength, and promotes the hamstring strength and flexibility. We'll be chanting Shastra Pramana now. Uttanapadam krauncham cha maricham veerabhadrakam natarajam trikonam cha suptangushta prasarane. And we now be performing the same three asanas on the opposite side, starting with Balalingasana. Now bring your opposite leg towards the chest and hold the leg with the hands interlaced, fingers interlaced. Pull your leg towards your chest. Keep the toes pointed down. We're chanting the Shastra Pramana now. Ekam jano rasiyalingya statavyam balalinganam bhavati. Now moving to Padapidanasana. Let's pull the same leg backward towards the buttocks. Hold the leg with the hands. Right hand holding the left hand. And with your hands held like that, hold the leg. Pull the leg towards you as much as you can. And bring the knees together. Titvaiकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेतनं पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य यत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्. We now move to Natarajasana. Now hold the same foot, pull the leg back, keep your opposite leg straight, stretch the hands in front of you and lean forward and down. Visualize Bhagavan Nataraja dancing in your inner space. Uttanapadam krauncham cha maricham veerabhadrakam natarajam trikonam cha suptangushta prasarane. We now move to the next asana, which is the Ardha Rechita Karana. So now in the Ardha Rechita Karana, we are going to first bring ourselves into the Arimandi position. And now bring the right leg behind the left leg. Bring the hands in front of the chest. And now with your right hand, you're going to swing the right hand back and forth. Then bring the hand to the tip of the nose. Switch on the opposite side. And relax. The next is the Katichina Karana. We are next moving to the Katichina Karana. Now once again coming to the squatting position in the Arimandi, I'm going to cross the hands behind the head with the palms facing backward. Now turn to one side, open the chest and hands come back to the center with the hands crossed behind. Switch sides and repeat this again and again. And relax. The next we're moving into Tadasana. So in Tadasana, from a standing position, we are going to raise onto the tip of the toes. Raise your hands all the way up above the head with the palms facing each other. This is Tadasana. The components for this asana are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha, Drishti is gazing forward, Japa is Soham, and visualize in your inner space an unmoving mountain embodying stillness, balance, and clarity. The benefit of this asana is that it enhances the upper body stability and opens the chest. महामुद्राबद्धकोणौ ताडासनविभेदकान् विनोतानं सदा कुर्यात् तन्तर्वत्नेपतिप्रिया. Now move to the next asana, which is Uttanasana. Now from the standing position, you're going to bend your hips forward, bring your chest down and hands to the side of the feet. Place your palms down by the side of the feet next to the respective feet. Lower your head near the knees and keep the knees straight. Maintain a slow, controlled breath. The components we are performing with this asana are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. The Drishti is forward. Perform the japa Shivoham now. The visualization is the forward fold surrender, embodying humility, calm, and relax. This asana stretches the hamstring, calves, and spine and calms the nervous system. महामुद्रा भद्रकोणौ ताडासन विभेदकान् विनोतानं सदा कुर्यात् अन्तर्वत्नेपतिप्रिया. The next is the Tarakshvasana, the liberating breath pose. In Tarakshvasana, we are now going to come into a plank position. You're going to come into a plank position on your hands and knees. Then lift the knees off the ground. Keep the shoulders engaged, the elbows locked, the knees straight, the core tight. And in this sturdy position, tuck the chin in, down towards the chest and rotate your head from side to side. Avoid dropping your hips downward or collapsing the lumbar spine. In this asana, the components are the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha. The Drishti is gazing downward. Japa Shivoham. The visualization is of a steady star shining clearly, brilliantly, and the benefit of this asana is that it strengthens the arms and core, supports the spinal alignment, and encourages a smooth rhythmic movement in your body. Tarakshvasana. Gajasana samstitva mastakam varam varam dakshina kuksham savya kuksham nayet tarakshvasanam bhavati. We are now moving to the next asana, which is Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. Now from the plank position that we are in, you're going to lower your stomach down to the ground. Bring your stomach down to the ground. Place your hands on the ground near the shoulders. On the inhalation, raise your chest up. Raise your chest up gently, keeping the belly grounded. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Gaze forward and breathe deeply. Avoid collapsing or straining your lower back. The components that we are going to perform with this asana is the Bhujangani Mudra, where you're going to open the mouth and inhale as deeply as you can through the back of the throat and exhale through the nostrils. Performing the Mula Bandha. The Drishti is straight, Japa Shivoham, and the visualization is of a rising cobra. This asana strengthens the upper back, chest, and core, promotes a safe spine extension. Bhujangasana. Angushtanabhiparyantam adho bhumo vininyaset karabhyam chataram dritva urdhashishah panivahi dehagnirvardate nityam sarvaroga vinashanam jagarti bhujagi devi bhujangasana sadhanat. Now moving to the next asana, which is Shashasana. So in Shashasana, which is the rabbit pose, we are going to come back into a plank position. Raise yourself back into a plank position. You're going to now quickly drive one knee towards the chest and then switch the legs in a smooth running like motion. Maintain a steady movement. Let's begin. In your inner space, visualize. The first component is the Shambhavi Mudra. Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. The gaze is downwards. Japa Soham. The visualization is of a rabbit in your inner space. This asana builds the core, shoulder and arm strength. Shashasana. Gajasana samsito janadvayamakuncha varam varam kartavyam shashasanam bhavati. The next asana is the Ratasana. So in Ratasana, being in the same position, we are going to jump one foot forward and place it between the hands while the other leg extends straight backward. Quickly switch legs, alternating the jump smoothly. Maintain a strong core. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. The gaze is downward. Perform the Japa Soham and visualize a chariot moving forward. This asana improves the full body coordination with strength, supports a dynamic, smooth breath flow. Let's perform Ratasana. Gajasana samstito ekaikam padam puro margena bhramayitva kartavyam Ratasanam bhavati. Relax and now place one foot forward and then stand up into Virabhadrasana. The warrior pose. So in Virabhadrasana, you're going to keep one foot forward, bending the front knee to a 90 degree with the thighs parallel to the floor. Extend the back leg straight, aligning the toes at a 45 degree. Inhale and raise the arms over the head. Open your chest, lengthen your spine, twist your torso so you're facing forward. Keep a engaged core. Avoid compressing the lower back. In this asana, we'll be performing the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, which is the easy breathing. Udyana Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up. The Bhrumadhya Drishti, which is gazing at the tip of the third eye. Japa is Shivoham, and the visualization is of Bhagavan Virabhadra, a fierce warrior. This asana strengthens the hips, thighs, and core, opening the chest and shoulders. वासिष्ठमदकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमतोत्तानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम् उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे. We now moving to the next asana, which is Virabhadrasana on the opposite side. So now once again, you can bend your knee forward, bending the front knee into a 90-degree angle, and then slowly lean forward and down, raising the hands up above the head. Visualize Lord Virabhadra in your inner space. उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे. We now are moving into the next asana, which is Vrikshasana. Which is the tree pose. So in Vrikshasana, first stand with your feet together, and then you can raise one leg up and bring it all the way into the inner thigh. Then raise the opposite hand above the head. Raise both the hands above the head and bring your hands into a Namaskara Mudra. This is Vrikshasana. In this asana, you are going to visualize a tree in your inner space. Continue to perform the Sahaja pranayama. The bandha is the Udyana bandha. The gaze is forward, japa shivoham, and visualize a tree in your inner space. Vrikshasana. Vamo ramula deshe cha yamyam padam nidayato tishtettu vrikshavad bhumo vrikshasana vidam viduhu. Now perform the next asana, which is Garudasana. Now in Garudasana, which is the eagle pose, we are going to once again lift one leg up and bend the knee, placing the foot gently against the opposite hip, creating in a seated half lotus position. Bring the palms together at the heart center in a Namaskara Mudra. Keep the gaze forward. This is Garudasana. The components are Namaskara Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, the easy breathing, Mula Bandha, tightening the perineal muscles, the Riju Drishti, which is gazing forward, Soham, Japa, and the visualization is of an eagle soaring above in the sky with freedom. This asana enhances the balance and stability while strengthening the legs, ankles, core. Padasya agre urorniveshya samanam jangha gulpapidayet hastau samyak samyojayet esha garudasanam bhavati. Now moving to Vrikshasana or Parashvantasana. So in this asana, we are going to, once again, we are repeating the same asana on the opposite side. So this time, you can take the opposite leg and place it in the inner thigh. And then raise both your hands above the head. This is Vrikshasana. In your inner space, visualize a tree rooted in the ground. वामोरुमूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतो तिष्ठेत् वृक्षवद्भूमौ वृक्षासनमिदं विदुः. Now move into Garudasana. Bring your feet down. Now you can take the leg and place it in front of the opposite thigh. Take your foot and place it in front of the opposite thigh, and then bring your hands together in front of your heart center in the Namaskara mudra. Visualize Lord Garuda in your inner space. You're performing the Namaskara mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, gazing forward, and the japa Shivoham. Padasya agre uronniveshayet samanakam jangha gulpapidayet hastau samyak samyojayet esha garudasanam bhavati. Now moving to the next asana, which is Trikonasana. So now in Trikonasana, we're going to come to a standing position and open your feet wide apart. Your right foot is forward and left foot back, facing sideways. Now raise your hands up and keep them parallel to the ground. And now you're going to lean forward and down and bring your palm to the floor. Bring your palm parallel to the floor in front of the shin, in front of the feet. Stretch the opposite arm up towards the sky. This is Trikonasana. The components of the asana are the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha. The gaze is upward, Urdhva Drishti, and the japa now changes to Sadashivoham. Visualize a perfect triangle radiating balance. Uttanapadam krauncham cha marichim veerabhadrakam natarajam trikonam cha suttangushta prasarane. Now moving into the opposite side, Parshvantare. So just change the position of your feet and once again stretch your hands wide and lean down onto the opposite side, stretching the opposite hand up towards the sky. Gaze up. This is Trikonasana. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha. The gaze upward, Urdhva Drishti. The japa is Sadashivoham. Uttanapadam krauncham cha marichim veerabhadrakam natarajam trikonam cha suttangushta prasarane. Now moving to the next karana, which is the Nikutaka Karana. So now first bring your feet into the Araimandi position. Bring your feet into the Araimandi position, bringing the heels together, toes pointed out, and coming to a half squatting position. Now from this position, keep your hands facing each other and now raise one heel off the ground, and as you change the position of your hand, you're also going to alternate raising the opposite heel. This is the Nikutaka Karana. Let's all perform the Nikutaka Karana now. And relax. Now bring your feet together. Bring your feet together and now slowly squat down into the next asana, which is Angushta Asana. So in Angushta Asana, we are going to be seated on the heels. Bring the palms together in a prayer position in front of your chest. Keep the chest up and spine straight. Maintain a calm, focused gaze. The components are the Namaskara Mudra, Brahmari Kumbhaka. So the Brahmari Kumbhaka is where we are going to inhale and exhale, making a buzzing sound. So you're not closing your mouth and humming. No. You're going to breathe, making a buzzing sound. Like that. So you're just inhaling and exhaling and vibrating your being, your body. That is the Brahmari Kumbhaka. It is not a humming sound. The gaze is forward. The japa Sadashivoham. Visualize the inner demon being destroyed. This asana supports the strengthening of the legs, hips, and core, promoting an upright spinal lengthening. Kabandhasanamidyahuhu gorakshasanamev cha angushtamushtikam yeyam brahmaprasaditam tata. We're now moving to the next asana, which is Saurasana. So in Saurasana, from a kneeling position, raise the knees off the ground and balance on the toes. Extend one foot forward with the heel down and toes pointed upward. Then place your hands with the fingers spread beside the hip, palm facing forward. Lengthen your spine, lift your chest, and maintain a steady position. So in this asana, the components we are performing is the Varamudra, Brahmari Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha. The gaze is the forward gaze, Rijudrishti, Sadashivoham Japa. Visualize the radiating sun in your inner space. Prasatya ekam padatalam samstapya tveka padakam. Now we move to the next asana, which is Vidhunanasana. Now in Vidhunanasana, from the same position, we are just going to lean forward and down, holding the stretched leg with the respective hand. The stretched leg's big toe with a respective hand. The opposite hand is going to hold the heel behind which you are sitting on. The components are Shambhavi Mudra, the Brahmari Kumbhaka continues, Mahamudra Bandha, the Drishti is gazing forward, and the japa Sadashivoham. Visualize rocking on a seat with a balancing motion and playful steadiness.
Nithyananda Paramashivam
गुल्पस्थितौ पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृशेत् तत्करेण गुल्पं चान्यं धारयेत् तत्करेण धूनं पीतं चाभ्यसेत् शोभयत्र. Relax as we now move into the next asana, which is Vidhunanasana. So now in Vidhunanasana, in the next asana is Saurasana on the opposite side. Now we are just going to switch the feet, bringing the opposite foot in and stretching the other leg out. Keep your hands by your side and keep your spine straight. Saurasana. Pasarya ekam padatalam samstapya tvektu padakam. Now in the same position, just lean forward and down and hold the stretched leg with the respective hand. Hold the stretched leg with the respective hand. And now with the opposite hand, hold the leg behind you. This is Vidhunanasana. The components are Shambhavi Mudra, Brahmari Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha. The drishti is straight and the visualization is of a rocking seat. Gulpastito padamekam prasarya tatpadagram samsprishet tatkarena gulpam chanyam dharayet tatkarena dhunam pitam chabhyaset chobhayatra. The next asana is Brahma Juramkushasana, the Brahma's elephant goat pose. So in Brahma Juramkushasana, you are going to come to a seated position with the knees on the ground, the heels tucked and seated on the heels. So in this asana, you are going to place your hands on the respective knees. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line with your chest broad and forward. The japa is Shambhavi Mudra. The pranayama Brahmari Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha. The gaze is forward and the japa Sadashivoham. Visualize the elephant goad of Paramashiva. Of Lord Brahma. दो पना पानी होय वैसे एड़ी दो गड़ा निवेसे कोर भगतल्या की माहिली आयसी माहेरा से मिली दो घोड़ा आगे आने सिदो करे ऊंचा लेटाने हाथ दो ले उपदिरे उबे हथेली सुधी करे. The next asana is Kapila Asana, the Kapila pose. In Kapila Asana, we are continuing to be seated in the same position. Just the one difference that is going to be there is the visualization, where we are going to gaze to the tip of the nose. The japa is Shambhavi Mudra, Brahmari Kumbhaka and Udyana Bandha. Japa, the visualization is of sage Kapila. Ube pagatali samataharaave, tinakau mahili kor milave, panapani ukada hoy vese, ebi to joni veshe. The next asana is Bhadragorakasana. So in Bhadragorakasana, we are going to continue to be seated in the same position Keeping the knees on the ground, the toes tucked in, and the hands on the ground. This time, the only difference is we are going to gaze to the third eye. So bring your knees to the ground, keep your hands on the respective knees, and gaze upwards towards the third eye. The mudra is Shambhavi mudra. We are continuing to perform the Brahmari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and the japa is Sadashivoham. Visualize being the protector of yourself. दोबो पगतल्या संपुट करे कोरवारली भूपरितरे कोरवारली राके ऐसे तापरी मूलध्वारिटि की बेसे दिष्टि त्रिकुटी मध्य जुताने ताको गोरक भद्र बकाने. The next asana is Suryasana. Now in Suryasana, raise the knees off the ground from the same seated position we are in. Keeping the toes tucked in, raise the knees off the ground. Keep the knees wide apart. Bring the hands into the Padma Mudra, touching the base of the palm, the little finger and thumb, and raise the hands all the way up. This is Padma Mudra. Visualize the Lord Sun, Lord Surya, Bhagavan Surya in your inner space. The Brahmari Kumbhaka continues. The Udhyana Bandha is the bandha. The gaze is upward. Urdhva Drishti Japa Sadashivoham. एडीदो गुड़ातरियाने पना बैठक पुनिताने घोड़ा जंग अतर करी रहे आड़े बाम इसी विधि कहे दोबू बुझा न बस दिशि पसरे कमल स्वरूप अंगुली धारे पौचा मदि छिद्र पुनिटाने छिद्र विषय पुनि दृष्टि जुआने. We now move to the next asana, which is Mandukasana. Now in Mandukasana, come to a seated position on your feet. Keep your feet flat. Keep the toes flat and knees together. Keep your chest upright. Place your palms on your knees. Gaze forward. The components for this asana are the Manduki Mudra. The Manduki Mudra is where you're going to gently focus on the awareness through the eyes. Soft, steady, maintaining alert attention without tension. This is the Manduki Mudra. Perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Now be chanting the Shastra Pramana. Padatalo Prishta Deje Angushte Dvete Samsprishet Jana Yugmam Puraskritya Sadayet Mandukasanam. And now relax. Now we're going to be moving into the final asana of the sequence, which is Shavasana for today. You can all lay down on your back. Lay down on the back, stretch your feet. Performing the Shakti Chalana Mudra, visualize pulling the prana, the Kundalini Shakti, all the way up to the Sahasrara Chakra. Intensely focus on relaxing your body, unclutching from your body. Now, slowly bring awareness back to your body. Start shaking your fingers and toes and bend your knee, bringing your knee to your chest. Just rock yourself from side to side. Slowly come back to a seated position. And now we are going to be doing a pranayama that Swamiji has given. It's a very powerful technique to energize our entire body and prepare us for the day. So this pranayama is like this. So the first we'll be doing this for 10 minutes totally. First 5 minutes is just breathing in and out. So you'll inhale through the left nostril, exhale through the right nostril. Exhale, inhale through the right nostril, exhale through the left nostril. So like that, just on both sides. Just pushing in prana into our complete system. So I'll be putting the timer for us so that we can start. Let's all begin this now. Please start. Just inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two minutes completed. Let's keep continuing. Three minutes up. And relax. Now we'll be moving to the Bhastrika, which is the forceful exhalations. Just focus on exhaling intensely. We'll be doing this once again for 5 minutes. Let's begin. Four minutes up, last 1 minute. Keep the intensity. relax. Let's take a moment to relax. Now bring your hands to your shoulders and just rotate your shoulders forward. This is the third step. Relax your breath. Open your chest nicely. Take nice and deep breaths, allowing your breath to relax as you're rotating your hands. And reverse. And relax. So with this, we come to the end of today's Nithyananda Yoga. Hope all of you enjoyed, had a beautiful experience of today's Nithyananda Yoga along with the new asanas that we have performed today. So with this, we'll be concluding today's session with the Purna Mantra. Let's all sit straight with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring your hands into the Namaskara Mudra. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and let's chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padutarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone and looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow once again at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you. Nithyanandam.